Hey guys, it's Jay with bestwebsitebuilding.com. We've got Surveo.com's website here, and we're going to do a quick review on this and see what kind of things we can learn, the good and the bad. And so what Surveo is it's an online survey-based website where you can send out surveys and analyze the results. So let's get started. So when we look at the homepage, first thing I think it's a very clean design. It's not too cluttered. A lot of people, I think, want to fill in space. They don't like empty space. And for me, I kind of disagree with that. I think empty space is a good thing. It doesn't overwhelm the viewer, the visitor, and kind of lets you kind of flow around without being distracted by a bunch of different things pulling your eyes in different directions. So great clean design here, great use of space. The slides are quick and to the point. I like a lot how each slide has like a little, like for example, this one here has got a little drawing along with the text, as does here. I don't know, I think a quick little drawing or cartoon or icon, what have you, along with some content, kind of flows nicely. So anyways, let's scroll down a little bit. We look below here. What's nice is anytime you work with, obviously, big companies, you know, we got IBM, Microsoft, Ford, MasterCard, you know, it's always nice to have their logos there. Now, one thing that was a little distracting to me was WebNode. Now, WebNode, to me, I actually had to look it up and see. They actually do online websites at a discounted price, or actually it might even be free. I didn't investigate too much, but it just didn't seem to flow. You know, not many people know what WebNode is. I mean, I'm on the internet quite a bit and I didn't even know what they were. So, you know, I think to keep things more cohesive, you know, maybe something like Chili's or Victoria's Secret or something that's a little more familiar to people would probably be a better logo to have there. And I'm sure they have others that would be better fit here. Anyway, so as we look down, it says have your survey ready in under a minute. Now, to me, that's great, you know, but the only thing is there's content below here. And so with me, when I look at this page, I feel like I might have hit all the content. You know, I obviously kind of dealing with websites a lot, know that maybe there's a footer below and maybe I should search for it, but a lot of visitors aren't going to think like that. And so, you know, you start scrolling down and bam, we've got more content. You know, so you've got 6 items here, and then you've got, of course, the footer here. Now, some people aren't going to scroll down there. So, you know, what I would recommend in a case like this, and, you know, obviously this looks really nice and it's clean, but, you know, maybe an image on the right, to the right of where it says minute, that is broken up so you can tell that you have to scroll down to see the rest of the image might not be a bad idea, although some people prefer the clean design and wouldn't want that. To me, it depends how important, you know, it is for people to scroll down. I would probably disagree and say, yeah, all right, it looks clean like this, but get people to scroll down. Let's put an image where half of it is showing, like the top half of the image here on the right, and then that will let people know that they got to scroll down, and then bam, they'll bump into more content. Now, as far as the content goes, this is pretty basic here. Not much to talk about there. Now, let's go to features. Now, so we're just going across the navigation bar here. We got features next. Now, when we look at the features, you know, with me, I've always been a big fan of, you know, if there's features and benefits go together. So if you're going to talk about features, tell me the benefit. Because, you know, a feature means nothing to me unless I know how it benefits me. So when we talk about features here, the way that they lay things out here, once again, you know, it's clean and it looks good, but you know, Surveo is free, stunning surveys with ease, smart results, fast and helpful to support. Why Surveo? You know, so why Surveo isn't really a feature. But anyway, so, you know, you look here and these are features, but to me, I think it would be so much more effective. You know, people love lists. People love seeing a list. And so, you know, if you could have maybe features on one side and benefits on the other, where it's bam, 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 you know, and it just has everything listed. I mean, to me, honestly, if I come to this site, you know, this is, even though this is short and to the point, I'm not going to read this, you know, like I want it like even easier. You know, I want to just have everything just bullet points, you know, numbered list, whatever, you know, just get me in and get me out of here. I want to know whether I want to, you know, deal with doing business with these people. So anyways, that's just one little recommendation on my end, you know, is to have a list and kind of condense this. You know, another thing too, you know, is I'm a big fan of videos that show people how to use a product. So for example, if Surveo wants to tell me that they have stunning surveys and you can create them with ease, it even says here, in fact, you can create a survey in just a few clicks. All right, well, you know what? Show me. Show me what you can do and show me that it's only going to take a few clicks. And so, let's post a video here and say, hey, you want to take a test drive of Surveo, or you want to see how it works? Let us show you how. And then maybe a quick little YouTube video here, that is embedded, and I could just click on that. It might only take a minute to view, but it will kind of back up the statement that is made, by showing me. And if I see that these templates actually look good, and it is, in fact, that easy, then I'm more likely to delve further into the site, because a lot of times people make promises that aren't always true, and I'm certainly not saying that that's what they're doing here, but, if you showed me a quick video, I would have loved to see that, and I think that would have been a great addition to this area here. So anyways, just to see the surveys, would be great, because I can't really see the product here. And I think what they're looking to do is, on the home page, they want you to give your full name, email, and password, where you can start creating surveys here. But I don't know if I want to give my email until I'm sure that I like what you got. So anyways, that's the features tab. Now, let's move on to plans and pricing. Now, when we go to plans and pricing, the first thing that happens here is, let's go back one moment. You go to features, what's the first thing we see here, okay? We see on the top, it's create a survey, it's free. Then below, Surveo is completely free. Not only that, but you don't even need to include your financial details to sign up. It's free. Okay, so I'm kind of overwhelmed with free here, which is great because, hey, I like the price of free. But bam, what's the tab after on the navigation bar? It says plans and pricing. So if it's free, and now I'm already at plans and pricing, I'm already kind of losing touch with this. It just doesn't make sense. And we went from free, and now all I see here, before I even read anything, bam, I look right here and I see numbers. I see $30 and $100. That's what I see. So to me, I lose confidence. It seems like it was almost like a bait and switch thing. But anyways, so we read right here, build a survey free, select a premium plan to fit your needs, upgrade to stand out. Now, a couple things you have to be careful with here. To me, premium, you're already talking about a premium plan to fit my needs, but I don't even know what the free plan looks like. I don't know what makes the premium plan better than the free plan. And then it also implies here, upgrade to stand out, that possibly there's even like a platinum plan beyond the free and then beyond the premium. So, a little bit of a disconnect here with the pricing structure. So let's scroll down a little bit. Now, a better way to do this, by the way, I would have loved, we've all seen this before. I would have loved to see maybe a 3-section list where maybe on the left it says, all right, if you do a free survey, here's what you get, here's what you don't get, with maybe green check marks next to what you get, and then no check mark next to what you don't get. And then that would be for the free. And then in the middle, if it was, let's say, a premium plan, okay, well, what are the other things that I get if I do go for the premium plan? So at least I know what the difference is, instead of just asking me, here to pay for it. I want to see, well, what am I getting? And then upgrade to stand out. I'm not quite sure if that means that there's a third pricing structure, but if there is, then once again, have a list where it's all right next to each other where I can really easily compare. That would make things really simple and effective in my mind. Now, we go down here and it says buy a lifetime premium plan for your survey. Well, I don't know. To me, I don't like that. The content here, how it says lifetime premium plan for your survey. If I'm going to take a survey, I don't know if I'm going to go back when I'm 90 years old and check and see if the survey, how the survey is doing. So it just seems a little foolish, the naming of this area here. Anyways, and then you look here and it says, how many responses do you expect? Up to 1.000 or up to 10.00. Well, that means I either expect 1 response or 10 responses. I'm assuming that that's supposed to be a comma, but that's just ridiculous. That's such an error that should not be there. So we're assuming it's 1,000 or 10,000, but, according to numbers, this is 1 and 10. So got to work on that. Now, we scroll down a little bit. It says, with a premium plan, you will get all functions, unlimited questions, data download, which is odd because, well, I can't data download for free. It seems a little odd. And then I loved here how it said skip logic. Skip logic? Well, what does that mean? Who wants to skip logic? I thought men were logical, and we want logic. Like, we're not going to skip logic. Like, what does that mean? I don't get it. So anyways, so that's just a little confusing here. So, it definitely shows that having someone review your content, I mean, obviously you can kind of figure out what they mean, but I shouldn't have to be the one figuring out what they're trying to say. I think if you were to hire someone to review something like this, a copywriter, it would have been a great investment because they could look at this and honestly, my sister's a copywriter. She could look at this in literally, probably 30 seconds and have made all the recommendations for changes here that would have made this much, much more effective. And so if you're gonna have someone review something like this, it's gonna take no time at all and totally worth the money. All right, so that is plans and pricing. We go to customers. Let's check it out. Now, with customers, this is the final section on the navigation bar that we'll cover today with Servio.com. Anyways, so with Servio, first thing we see here is we see a picture of this woman, Sandra Kumarowski. Let's read what her testimonial is here. It says, we use Servio in marketing research classes. The system is very easy to use and full of hints for beginners. Servio is loved and adored by students. Okay, well, first of all, I don't know about you, but when I was a college student, I didn't love and adore surveys. I love and adored women and alcohol with some, reading and lectures and intellectual content and sprinkled in. So, it just sounds a little like she's blowing smoke here. Now, I'm assuming it may not be her blowing smoke. I kind of think that this was written, and this is a common error with testimonials. You got to be careful with testimonials because people try to make them sound like intelligent and sound meaningful when in fact all they do is they sound fake and they sound staged. So, it makes me lose confidence in this testimonial. Now, I even wasn't sure because this photo to me looked a little bit generic. So I thought that maybe it was like an iStock photo. So actually I took the time ahead of doing this, taping here. And, I looked up Sandra Kumarowski and in fact, she does exist and this really is her. She had some photos. I mean, she's a very attractive woman, but, there are other photos that made her look more like your everyday average, assistant professor just hanging out. I don't know, less stock photo-ish. And I would have rather seen one of those other photos that I think would be better suited here as long as the change in the text here. So that's a big recommendation there and a super common mistake made by everyone. And I've even myself got sucked into making that mistake before. One way that I do things is I'll actually contact someone and say, just in casual contact, I won't say, hey, I want to do a testimonial. Could you write one for me? I'll just say, hey, look, what'd you think of, the website? Like you went on my website. What'd you think? What were the good things? What were the bad? What do you think? And then actually pull some of that email out and do a testimonial out of it because then it's real and it was actually written from the heart. So we scroll down once again, black and white logos for businesses they deal with, which is great. Once again, our friend WebNote here. Anyways, so we go back down. Bam, we got another testimonial, which, is fine. I mean, I would have liked to see them maybe grouped together, but that's really, personal preference. But once again, this photo here is not too bad. Let's read the testimonial. Feedback management and event registration are easily solved with the help of Servio software. Its simplicity enables us to focus on the details. Maybe, it's not bad, but definitely not something, that I'm too impressed with. Who knows? It's not the best, but, feedback management and event registration are, to me, I thought Servio was a survey website, so feedback management, I guess, makes sense, but event registration, I don't know. I didn't understand where the event registration part came in, but either way, not bad, but not overly impressive either. So anyway, so this is, and then also we have, just to be clear, we have the login here, but so this is our Servio.com evaluation. Hope you learned a little something from it, got some pointers. I mean, I love doing website reviews because you know what? no matter what the content is and no matter what the topic is, I think all of us can learn and see things that maybe we can refine in our own websites. And so hopefully you found something here and could take one or two things that you can apply to your website to improve it as well. So anyways, this is Jay with bestwebsitebuilding.com. Thank you so much for your time and have an awesome night.